Hello people, I just realized that I did not have my microphone settings properly set up for recording for the first probably 30 minutes of video. But pretty much I went around looking for where a good spot for coal and iron is. We found a spot, I started building it. We found a couple of the ships, the fallen ships that have hard drives to research. One of the recipes that we got was this to make steel pipes quicker, and the second one is still scanning. We just started it. Our iron coal to make steel is in the same general area as our other factory for our reinforced plates and the rotors and the frames. It's not too far. I'm probably gonna have a conveyor go to where these farms are and have it go into the truck station that's over there, and then just have it get dropped off here. While we were exploring, we found a few of the Mercer spheres as well. Nothing really too exciting. We didn't really get anything that changed the game other than that recipe. We're about to get a new one, and I'll go and show the progress of the steel factory now. One of the other things I might have not mentioned was, wow, this is loud. Hold on, I want to turn down the in-game volume. I feel like I always have to turn it down a little bit while I'm editing anyway. So let's go, I'm just gonna do this. It's a little more manageable so I can actually hear myself. But we put power shard in here. I don't know if it really matters if I put them, if I just put all of them in one or not. We'll spread them out. I think the way I have the water spread out, I should have one over here though, rather than... This is just helping us get a nice boost of power, because now we have like an extra 45 per one of those shards, and now that we have 3, it's like another 150 almost, which is like 2 of those factories, and I can take them out whenever I want. Start heading in the direction of a steel factory, and it's almost built, and I'll show you guys the progress. Alright, as we're coming up to it here, we have 2 coal nodes down there. They're only normal nodes, so I just have them going into a elevator, going up. I just need 2 miners down there because the coal nodes are only 60 each. That iron node is 120. This is my little ladder that I've been using to go up and down. It is functional. Alright, here is what we have for the factory so far. We have 3 of these foundries. Let me go up here. 3 of these over here. I have mergers going into them just because we have 4 smelters. So I have 3 of them that are just going straight into it. Then I have this one with a splitter. So that way, so we have 1 smelter that just goes straight into each, and then 1 that splits into 3 just to get us closer to what we need to be. I've tuned these down to how much iron we're going to be getting, and coal. We're going to be getting the same amount of iron and coal. The only thing that was stopping me from building the rest was we were out of plates. So I've just been trying to route the cable or the conveyor belts for the coal. Alright, one other thing that I realized would have been when the microphone was not recording was that we are now 5 episodes into this, and I figured most of you guys probably understand. I tried to go slower for the first little while so you guys can kind of understand kind of what we do and why and where, and kind of like the general idea of everything in this game. And now that we've kind of done that, I'm gonna try to cut out more of the little things and try and just skip to like the big, more important content bits for you guys. Hopefully that'll make it more entertaining, and I don't need to repeat me building however many times you guys are gonna get bored of that. So that's just gonna be a thing going onwards. because I don't want to bore you guys. I want to make sure I'm still getting lots of stuff done. So yeah, that's just something to be aware of. I'm going to be trying to do that, see how that goes. And yeah, so I'm going to finish building this little steel factory, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, we have our coal split up now. These are all set. So our steel production is done. So I wanted to extend this platform so we can make our constructors and stuff. I was coming down here to get the limestone that is just over here, but there's a slug right here that's picking up, and I saw this little cave. I want to stick my head in here. Where's the flashlight button? Right there. See if there's anything exciting in here. Not seeing anything of any significance, but it does look cool down here. There's a spider. Look at that. Summer sloop. These two big ways, like that just kind of looks like another entrance to this cave, but this small tunnel looks like it could be something important. There's a orange slug here. Like this just goes to an exit out to the world. I want to go explore wherever that other tunnel kind of leads. Alright, let's see what's in tunnel number 3. Not really seeing anything important. A couple spiders, but I do see a power slug up there. What's this? Oh, quartz. I haven't seen quartz that's just in the ground before. It's only been the little nodes. Power slug all the way up there. I might build a conveyor belt to get there. Looks like there's one right around the corner here as well. There's another one up there. There's lots of power slugs. There's a couple more power slugs, but I want to keep exploring this cave. Look at the map. Really far. Because our coal and iron, like this is right where our foundries are. The coal and iron comes from down here. This is where we have our rotors and reinforced plates. Now we're all the way over here. I see a purple slug. I don't think I think I might have got one of those last time, but oh, something hurt me. Or maybe it was just the visual bug. Oh no. I see there's gas. Okay, so I can't actually get that one. So I don't have the gas mask unlocked, but I'm gonna head back and we'll go build our steel. I didn't see this the first time, but there's Sam here. This was one of the things I've been waiting to find.
The strange alien matter, colloquially known as SAM, seems to be in its dormant crystalline state, meaning it won't break down your body into its base atomic components on touch. This living matter is extremely versatile and has countless applications. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application, as well as a secure method of awakening.
A miner on this? I can. Okay. I had a little oopsie trying to get one of the slugs, but I might put a miner on it and just have it at least go out of the cave with some power poles, just because I think that's an important mineral, and I feel like it being so deep in this cave would probably be convenient to have kind of already set up. Yeah, there's still more power slugs in here, but I've already got 7. I don't think I need more. So I'm gonna have this put out the cave. I'm just gonna run conveyors and power poles with it. Just make them as long as they can be. Okay, this is probably the longest conveyor belt I'll ever have. We're now out of the cave. Probably spent a good few hundred plates. Okay, so we can just do a quick and easy build here. Ooh, I don't have the stuff to do this anymore because I used the miner for the SAM. Alright, so I think we finished research on another hard drive. Let's see what we can do. I don't need that. I think I already have one for that, maybe. Modular frames, I'm pretty sure, are gonna become a big thing. So I think this could be beneficial. We're gonna do this. And then we can now research Sam. I can even do this.
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
Okay.
SAM reanimation recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose harmony. Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
I don't know who this strange being is, but they're a little bit on the creepy side. Alright guys, it's the next day. I was just on the way back. Whoa! Is this gonna kill me? Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna come back, because there's a new ore.
That was careless.
I mean, there was a new ore down there. I was just going because it sounded like there was a Mercer stone. Something new and interesting there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just jump down, get my stuff. I'm gonna mine just enough of that ore that I can research it. Ew, where did I die? Right here. Take that. Oh.
Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the periodic table, such as high conductivity and malleability. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay, so it could be useful when we get this gas mask, because that would be very helpful right now. I think stopping us from actually getting it is the fact that I don't have fabric and polymer resin. So I guess we can't get that yet. Right, we had a couple deaths whilst we were jumping in that cave and getting that little somber soup. I think I only died twice, maybe even once, trying to get out of there. It wasn't too bad. It was a little annoying, but it was okay. But now we can build this little concrete farm. Alright, we have the concrete all set up. Alright, so our steel farm, all the machines are done. It's all tuned to however many resources are getting crafted to each machine. I'm going to do the wiring for it now. And then the only thing left to do is figure out where I want to put these resources, which I'll probably just conveyor belt them to that docking station. And then I just have to connect the power line to my other grid. Okay, so I just did a very, very long conveyor belt from our steel all the way over here. Okay, so our entire steel production should be all set up and it's all wired and it's all ready and set to go. The only thing I need to do is that. So it's gonna take a couple minutes by the time all the resources actually come around, but once the flow has started, we should be able to see something going. Let me make sure I actually set all these. I'm pretty sure I did. think these are supposed to be tier 2 belts, and I made them tier 1 because I'm supposed to be getting 120 iron. Because this should be able to do 120, which means I need level 2 belts, which I don't have. I've done it wrong. Hold on. See if the iron was going. It is. I did these ones level 2, which is the way it should be, because I got 2 miners at 60 coal. All of our iron is coming in. It's just waiting for my iron to show up. Iron is starting to show. Oh no! Oh, if any of you guys have watched or played this game. Oh no, I didn't realize. If you look in the foundry here, these don't want iron ingots, they just want iron ore. Uh-oh. So, I actually need to get rid of all of these. Hold on, let's try and fix this quickly. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, so iron is flowing. So we should have 4 paths. That one goes into there, that one goes into there, that one goes into there, and then this one will split. One path goes into there, one goes in the middle, one goes to the far side. Okay, the only thing stopping this is this little bit of iron. Now it's going. Okay, cool. Okay, we're operational. Constructor is constructing. This constructor is constructing. And this one should have concrete coming, but it's not. Oh, I don't know if I connected this power. I think that could be the issue. Gonna get rid of that line. We're gonna put a pole here. Like that to drop down. That can go there, that can go there. That. There. Stuff is now green. Concrete should be coming, and our SAM should also be coming. Here comes our concrete now, very slowly but surely. At least once it finally gets there, we'll have a constant flow. It's not going to be waiting for chunks of time. Not sure where our SAM is. Kind of need that for research, but not sure how far. It was pretty far, I guess. Alright, here comes our flow of steel beams and our steel poles. What are they called? Pipes. Still waiting to see that SAM resource. Jumped down here because I thought something might have been wrong with what was taking so long for the SAM to get here, but there's definitely a solid supply of it now. I wonder if I can get this to take me with it. No. That's not good. Power grid shut down. That seems strange because it's been working good the whole time. I'm just gonna go put a couple more power shards in the rest of the generators that I didn't put them in. And then hopefully that'll be enough. I'm surprised that this factory is using that much power because we were making a lot. I didn't anticipate us having power struggles so early on after crafting our coal power. I thought it'd be a little while longer that we'd be okay, but I guess we just added a lot to this factory that it can't handle it. All I'm gonna do to fix this problem is take 3 slugs, go ahead and make 3 shards, and go put them in my generators. Alright, so I'm gonna put a power shard in each of these. This one has one, this one has one. Doesn't seem like it makes sense because we can only use 500 and it already ran out. Ooh, do we not have enough water? This uses, we're gonna say 70. We have 6, so that's 420. How much water does this pull out? 120 each, and we have 3. So that's the issue, is we don't have enough water extractors. We only need 1 more and it should be fine, but I'm missing copper sheets. Okay. Well, I'll do that. I'll put another one over there. I'll merge that new one in this one, and merge those 2 here, and merge them all into this buffer. Just realizing that the problem isn't necessarily the pumps, but it's also going to be our pipes. So we might want another buffer we can make, and then we'll just have 2 pumps going to 3 generators, and just have 2 separate isolated systems rather than all the pumps going into one place, because then our pipes will also be able to handle it. Okay, so now we have those 2 pumps powering those 3, those 2 doing those 3. So we should have more than enough water now. It might stutter a little bit at the start just because the pumps are going to be coming back on, and because the fluid buffer over there is going to be empty. So it might be running it a little dry for the first few seconds. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll disconnect the world, my entire grid. We'll do that until this fluid buffer over here. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes for this to be filled, and then I'll reconnect our power. Okay, I think we've waited enough. Our water is okay. We can reconnect that. Boom, we have to flick the fuse again, I think, just because it's reconnected to society. Make that, we have enough water for it. And there we go. Now I'm gonna go research a few things, because we should have some SAM now, which we need more to research the SAM stuff. And also this new metal ore. Okay, so where is, here we go, Caterium. Oh, it just gave me more of it. No, I unlocked the ingot.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO Katerina Parks. It has been added as a viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
Okay, I can't actually research this one yet because I don't think the SAM is here. This reanimated SAM is what I need to craft. Okay, there we go. We have lots of it in there, so I'll take that. We're gonna have to get more storage bins because that's gonna get very full very quick. Alright, we can make enough of this SAM. I think we need 20. Let's do some more research. And this will unlock, oh, we also need 100 metal beams, or steel beams. This was the last part we needed to unlock a bunch of things, I think. So, here's the last piece to our puzzle. Depot
SAM
uploader.
fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
Your threads shift solid to fluid to a tapestry. Matter, 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 and mind and melody.
So I can also research the next parts to it. Alien energy harnessing. Not sure why this says locked. It says missing materials. I just made SAM fluctuators. I have 31. They're right here. But it won't let me craft this. Not sure why. SAM fluctuator. I have reanimated SAM. There's something else that we need. Where is... Okay. Oh, so we're gonna need more of this SAM stuff in order to do that. Just gonna have it depot into a different spot for now. I'm gonna figure something out for the storage, because this is not very effective. Okay, so let's grab a bunch of that sand, and I'm gonna go craft it, and we can see what these next little research things are. Yeah, we don't have enough for both of the research things yet. Not sure which one I want to do. I want to do this one, I think. Alien energy harnessing sounds cool.
Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Summersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains scripture, contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rot and recycling. Shrines to evolution and revolution.
Hoping I could get something from just that, but looks like I'm gonna have to do this one, which requires computers and circuit boards, which we are probably not very close to. That's probably at least the next phase. So I'll wait, and then we'll do this one, which could solve our problem of storage, as we can just teleport items, is what the research kind of explained it as. Kind of like an ender chest. Okay, time for our next research right here.
Dimensional Depot unlocked. SAM can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the Dimensional Depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
We see through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter, the metal will not bend, the wood will not splinter. Weave.
So, is this... okay, right here. Load resources to a dimensional storage deposit. From here, they can be used by build gun and crafting stations, as if they're in the Pioneer's inventory. Okay, that's not as useful as I thought it would be. So it just kind of puts things in the web. These parts are just more Mercer spheres and SAM. Enables uploading from the inventory. Okay, so that's not going to be as useful as I thought it was either. Which is a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Need another storage bin for myself. I think I deserve a few. We'll put SAM related things in there. Random remains and organic bits in there. And resources in there. Alright, now that we have the steel, we can start to research things in the next category. All we need is some modular frames. I know we're going to need a lot of reinforced plates. So I'm going to grab a ton of them. And then I just need to go grab some concrete. Alright, here is going to be our first unlock of this tier. All that in. I'm just kind of going in order. Don't think this one's going to be that useful right now.
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth, with its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking puppies and kittens. The blueprint designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
Okay, so I'll have to build whatever it is in here. Okay, so whatever it is gets built in here. So I guess it could be pretty useful. I'll put like constructors or whatever. Like one line of constructors and conveyor belts for whatever factory I'm building. And then I just duplicate it for the rest. If I'm going to have to split it, I can just duplicate it over. Our next one, Logistics Mark III. We'll be able to do that once it gets back. We already have everything. There's our next one.
Milestone reached. Improved storage containers and the conveyor belt Mark III provide the obviously necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are. Warning. Fix-it psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven to be the best cure for any kind of stress. Now back to work.
I feel like I could just make this industrial storage by building a wall. Like if I did this, put a floor on it, like that. Why not just then put another one here? Like that. I just made this thing that cost 20 of each steel thing. The only difference is they're not connected in storage. Well, I mean, the steel is pretty cheap, so, you know, it saves you the hassle of doing this. And they're connected. But I can also get rid of this so it doesn't look weird. And now it even almost looks like that one. I even stack them. So now that I... Wait, you can stack them on it without a floor. I don't understand. It seems like the sole purpose is just that they're connected. That seems like the only difference to me. Either way, we can be on to the next objective here. Just gotta grab up a couple more things. We already have the beams. Just need to grab a couple more rotors and frames. And then the next milestones, we're gonna have to change our steel production again, because now we need this. And I'm assuming we're gonna have to make all these things in order to make this automated wiring. And then we're gonna have to make this fancy framework. Oh, we're just gonna worry about this for now. That and that. And boom. Need to look at these recipes too.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Doesn't seem that bad. What do I need for a stator? Steel and copper. But we're already going to need copper because of the cable. It doesn't seem that bad. I don't know what we use motor for. We don't use it for anything yet, looks like, but maybe for the hyper tubes. We also have this, which we need in order to go to the next stages. How much do we need, though? Only need 100, which I could probably just craft myself. Let's see, I think I have the resources on me. How long does it take to craft? I already have enough stuff to make 50. Actually crafts really quick, okay. I'm just gonna get the stuff to make 100, just so I can unlock these things. And then we'll be good. Alright. That. Wire. I want to see what this new pole looks like.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fix-It developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fix-It and humanity.
I do like how long those go. Power tower with a platform. So these power storages I think I can put anywhere. It does up to 100. Oh, that's for the charge rate. Discharge rate, it can do as much. I'm not sure I don't know if I want to have to use these. I feel like I should just improve my power generation. Here's our last milestone. We have that, we have that. Just need to get 500 copper sheet. I'm just gonna go steal copper ingots from my farm, and we'll be good. Alright, this is our last upgrade for this phase.
Milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also % safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
Okay, so this hypertube thing looks kind of cool. I don't have copper sheets automated yet, which I'm realizing I'm gonna need them automated. It looks like they're just gonna act kind of like conveyors where I can just kind of build them all kind of flexible and however I kind of want. But yeah, we have now completed everything in phase 2 in terms of the upgrades. So the only thing we have left to do now is actually make the parts, and then we'll be done, but it's going to take a long time to get there, I think still. There's still a good amount of things I want to do. I want to try to upgrade our farms to make them more effective at what they do. And there's some farms, well, I guess we're always going to need these farms, but our copper farm can probably be changed to also make copper sheets. And I want to improve our reinforced plate farm, our rotor farm, and our modular frame farm. Because right now, our modular frame farm only gives us, I think, 2. Yeah, this gives us 2 per minute. And for our part, we need 500, which is going to be 250 minutes of this, which is 4 hours on ours, which isn't that bad because we spend a lot of time in game. Alright, so I think I'm going to cut this episode here. This one's going to be a little bit different. We've got a lot of stuff done. We did all of our steel. We got a good amount of research. We unlocked new things. We haven't really used any of these new things now. I'm not sure how useful some of them are going to be, but we have these minor Mark II things, which are going to help. And yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Have a good day.